most entrepreneurs wait too long to start on YouTube. They overthink the gear, the niche, the editing. Meanwhile, the ones who start, even messy, they build momentum fast and win. We helped an digital agency hit almost 30,000 views with just 4 videos in, opening the doors to multiple six-figure partnerships and much more. So in this video I'll show you how to launch your channel using the 7 C's framework, built for businesses and not just for content creators. So the 7C framework we're going through, but let me give you the fastest way to start, which is actually create a Google account. It should be a separate email out of security reasons. Then create your channel. You can just use your name, don't overthink it. Upload a profile picture. Write a channel description which should focus on your audience, not just you. You record a video, then you just write a title, put a thumbnail on it, write a description, and you're done. And thanks for watching. That now you launch your channel. Just kidding. We're going obviously much deeper using the 7 C's framework. But let me quickly tell you, we're having, I'd say, like 3 phases on YouTube. And the first phase is all about starting, gathering data, and just building the momentum. The second one would be then more going analyzing what worked in this first phase. We're using then the data we used, and we also checking out what didn't work so well. And the last one is then where you can go like for perfectionism, where we can then scale the whole thing. But it's always about testing as well. And just to give you a quick idea, so the first phase is usually by the 100 videos and yeah, under 1,000 long form views. We are not counting views from short form because it is completely different. The conversion works completely different, and it's easy to fall and trip into 1,000 short form views, while long form obviously takes much longer. Then the second phase would start either if you have 100 views and you're going to see already the momentum, or if you're faster and you're already reaching like 5,000 till 10,000 long form views, then you know, okay, now I'm definitely in the phase 2. And last but not least, everything above obviously, and you see like over 10,000 long form views, and you're just like, okay, now we can scale the whole thing. And today's goal is everything is just going to be about the first phase, which is just about getting started, getting the data, building your momentum, and then perfectionism comes later. Just to tell you that nobody's perfect, so here, this is the curve of Mr. Beast from 2011 and 2025. He is now the biggest YouTuber on earth. I know he's doing entertainment, but just giving you an example, you see in the beginning it took him like 8 years to really see some momentum going up, and since then, yeah, he just exploded. But you can see especially like the first 4 or 5 years, they were super slow for a person who was just doing YouTube, being hyper obsessed, and only did YouTube and tried to become the best since he started on YouTube. So let's start with courage to start. So the easiest advice I could give you is just starting. I know that sounds too easy, but let me give you 2 anecdotes. One is from an entrepreneur, or like from big entrepreneurs in general, and one is a personal one. So if you're thinking about entrepreneurs, what Elon Musk does, for example, when they launched the Cybertruck, they had no Cybertruck, they had no factory, nothing. All they did was just like putting out a landing page, ask people to sign up, even funding it, and you could be one of the first ones driving it. And just then they really started building, and so they just started without any having a huge idea. And let me give you my story. So we started recently building a community on school, and we kind of wasted this first 6 weeks by like making it kind of perfect to start. And the last thing that was missing were the ads. And I said, let's just start with the ads together. And fun fact, after a week we decided like, hey, let's not run the ads. I don't know if they're really the right thing, if they're the purpose for the right situation right now. So we ended up not using the ads. And yeah, we could have started 2 weeks earlier and had already more momentum. And that's why, yeah, just start. We're gonna always build things on the go. We're always improving things, and that's the same thing with your YouTube channel. You're gonna be cringe, and that it's fine. It's just a way for you to see, hey, I actually are growing, and that's what's gonna happen. If I'm gonna watch my first videos, like even short form in 2021, oh gosh, I'm gonna cringe so badly. So it's about building momentum. If you move in, you're gonna find much more action points. You're gonna see what is actually working, what is not working, instead of just planning and nothing doing. Now, the next thing is clarity, because without clarity, it's going to be tough. This one is an ongoing process forever. But we need to be very clear to who we speak in and what problem we are solving. Yes, I'm always going to work on this, like almost every like 12 months. I'm always going back and trying, okay, can we refine this even better, or are we getting more signals? But yeah, in the beginning, we don't want to shoot everywhere, but we want to have the right solutions for the right people. Otherwise, we're going to shoot everywhere and not hitting anyone. And as the famous marketing saying, if you try to speak to everyone, you're going to end up speaking to no one. To give you then a nice quote, so we always say, try to avoid the carnival channel. That's actually a mistake that I did, which means, where was it? I think I deleted accidentally the slide. So what means, so I had my own channel, and I did finance, personal finance, investing, all these things. But after a while, I got a little bit bored by it, and then I said, hey, let me do a challenge here. Let me do fitness stuff, self-improvement, language learning. I moved to Brazil, be a nomad, and then I was just like having suddenly 5 different topics, and it's like, yeah, 5 different people on the channel. They all got confused, and that's like what I call the carnival channel. It's all over the place, super colorful, and yeah, very crazy. Hey Jeff, what's up? Still awake? That's super cool that you're checking in. We're doing a full course here, helping you starting your channel. And that's why in our case, we need to find a unique angle, like everyone. And in our case, it's like, we're not just talking about like YouTube and YouTube growth and how to get views. No, because we are focusing on entrepreneurs. What we are focusing on, how to get clients out of it. How can we use YouTube as a business tool? And this is how we position then our whole problem around this business solution. And that's then our unique angle, because not many people are talking now how to use YouTube as the business tool, like how you can actually get clients out of your views and using the frameworks that we do. So this is something we do. And this is then the clarity. Now comes the very, very big chunk, which is about content. I want you to start right. I'm not trying to go too deep, but I still want to give you the right framework so that you can start the right way and not waste any time. So now that we know who we're talking to, we can start creating buckets. But I mean, buckets is like different sub niches within. If I'm giving you a quick example, for example, Alex Hormozi, for example, he is talking about business. So that means he's talking about sales, he's talking about marketing, about business structures, etc., etc. So this is what I mean. He's not gonna. We actually talked about fitness and relationship, and he's like, damn it, I'm not attracting my right audience anymore. I'm just getting views, but I'm not getting the revenue out of it. So that's what I'm saying as well. Like, be very clear. Do not have a carnival channel. Be very structured to who you're speaking, and this is going to help you then structure your ideas much easier. And you also don't get a little bit bored, because if you're always saying the same things over and over and over, you might think, hey, I think I need to freshen up things. But truth is, most of the times we're talking to 80% of new viewers on YouTube. That's why never start like, hey, welcome back, if it's 80% new people. Weird. And in our example, we have, for example, today, starting a business, starting a channel for entrepreneurs. Then we have the monetization way. So, okay, how to actually make money. We also talk about podcasting. We have the podcast loop. There are 3 different ways how you can kind of monetize the whole thing, and actually 2 more additional as well if you want. We have conversion, my favorite topic, and our unique selling point is like, how can we get clients, actual clients, and trackable out of YouTube. And last but not least as well, just an example, AI tools. So it's a bucket on how can you use AI tools to make the whole content process much more efficient. And these are then different topics in the whole channel, which you can see then on ours. So you can also, what you can do is you can build a 90-day content calendar with AI using your audience and your competitors and your niche data, because as I said, everything is just about your niche. And you can get like the 90 days, which is like 12 videos without guessing. And what we can do is, actually, we did this video here on the channel as well, use Perplexity for it. We have all the prompts in there as well, which you can grab, but it's gonna make you then create you then a calendar. Here are just 3 examples of a 12-week content calendar. So you already know what to do, and you can also tell it, hey, I'm a beginner, so here are 3 examples of different niches, and this is gonna give you a huge head start. You don't need to be paralyzed by I don't know what to post, you're having there the first ideas. And let me give you then a truth which too many people were falsely speaking. They were saying you need to post every week because of the algorithm. If you don't do it, the algorithm is gonna punish you. Algorithm isn't a word I do not like that much. For me, algorithm is just data, which is just like your audience data. That's what it all means. And to give you an example that frequency doesn't matter is here. This is a creator, his name is James Yanni. He did like kind of documentary style about money a lot. And as you can see, he's posting 1 year ago, another 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years, 4 years. So he's posting maybe once, maybe 2 times per year and is still getting millions of views because the algorithm doesn't care. No, the audience cares. That said though, if you're going back then to like, obviously he is not like a business owner per se, like maybe you and me are. From a psychological perspective, I would say go for 2 weeks cycle is like the max I would go. Simply because afterwards the audience starts kind of to forget you. So just to stay on top of their mind and to nurture and building rapport with the audience. That's what I would say. So that's the only thing that I would do. But never ever become a slave to the algorithm thinking that you need to post, because also YouTube is evergreen compared to all the other platforms. You don't need to be on the hamster wheel on average. Deleted unfortunately the data, but it's like 17 days is it takes around for it's the shelf life of a YouTube video compared to all the short form, which is like 24 hours. So you need to get up every day, post again, see if you land on the algorithm, and go again. And for beginners, I would say keep it easy. Don't stress yourself, because creating content will be a new workload. It's going to be a new muscle. There are things that you need to get used to it. So I would say in the beginning, go for bi-weekly. Don't stress yourself. I said there is no algorithm punishing you or like even like giving you more stuff if you post more. This does not exist. Posting more is just good to get more data, because what I want you to do is building up slowly the muscle, and as soon as you're getting used to it, you feel more comfortable, then you can ramp it up. And the goal, for example, for us is posting twice per week. The only reason we're doing that is actually I found it through Alex Hormozi when I analyzed his channel, and I noticed like, wow, in his first phase he was just like spitting out content like 3 times per week. I was like, wow. And I thought with my one video per week I was consistent, but like 3 videos, so that was pretty impressive. So I changed now my routine as well, just to get even more data to learn faster, and then later I can then analyze, okay, these things work very well, I can go back there, these things didn't work, let's try another version, see if they then work, and then okay, that still hasn't worked, we're gonna forget it completely or not. So, and also to avoid the stress and the headache and the feeling that you have to post, I would say try to have like 5 to 10 videos ready, just to stay in the rhythm, to building the habit. And life is gonna happen, business is gonna happen, so there might be another huge emergency inside of your business. Say, man, no, I can't post, like I can't film again 5 videos in a row, it's not possible. They need to post. Yeah, don't worry, you can just have the 5 to 10 videos ready, because truth is you haven't posted yet, so no one is gonna miss you. So that's the good thing being a beginner as well. If you're obviously Alex Hormozi and suddenly you would stop posting for a month, and people are like, what happened? So yeah, that's what I just want you to know, that you can do this, so you are way more relaxed as well, and no one is gonna miss you, because unfortunately people only care about themselves and not about us. And just to give you an idea, how long does it actually take to create content? So yeah, I've been now in the game since 2021 was like my first experience with content, so I started to get used to it, but also develop certain frameworks and tools to cut this to the most efficient way, because in my opinion we should not become YouTubers, we are just using YouTube as a tool. So very important, and that's why I'm posting now 2 videos per week, and it takes me around like 4 till 6 hours, I'd say. And so what we do is first the research phase. This is usually what we bash, so we plan for the next 2 till 3 months. That's why I don't have a real timing for that, because it's always happening in a big scale. But I'd say like 30 minutes is a fair time for that, for each video. And then what we do is focusing on the title and thumbnail to make the people click. That takes around 1 hour, I'd say, to like find inspiration, thinking through what we can do. Then actually it takes me 15 minutes to write the hook. And also then the slides I could recently cut down to even like less than 30 minutes, because I can use now Gemini, for example, made these slides, which I gave it all my bullet points, and before I just use AI to organize so that I have a good thread and not getting lost, not rambling too much. So yeah, I could cut it now to even like just 30 minutes. So very happy about this. So I'm always trying to think, how can I make this more smoother? Another big thing is editing. Editing is like the biggest time suck, and it's like the least thing that's gonna make a difference. It's gonna be the least ROI in quality, in returns for clients, for everything. So I tell everyone, try to outsource this. I even saved now my editing costs, because I'm just doing mostly lives now. Now if I'm doing posted videos, unfortunately, because we don't have an editor anymore, I had to do it myself recently. But yeah, don't try to do it yourself, and try to go for easy as possible and outsource editing as soon as possible. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, trying a new style. Sometimes the branding might be a little bit off because of AI. And as I said, I'm always developing new workflows and tools to make the whole thing faster. So we have a title GPT, a hook GPT, and templates for thumbnails. So here's a title GPT, which just writes me now, gives me inspiration, helps me with brainstorming titles in just a couple of seconds. I just need to feed it a few infos. The hook, same thing here. It writes me 3 different variations. Usually what I do is I'm taking then a few things from option 1, maybe a few things from option 3, and then I'm just gonna do a little remix, so I don't need to hire a script writer or whatever. The only reason why we do this I explain to you later, because the hook is kind of important, but the rest you see here is all just guided by the bullet points. And last but not least, we have the templates we created for many members, so you don't need to think anymore. And when I say members, we have all these tools inside of our community, which is already ranked top 10 of YouTube, although we are just above 50 members. So if you want to join another 50 entrepreneurs all on the same journey, you're happy to join our community. Link is down below in the description or in the comments. Now, let me also tell you about camera confidence. So, talking to a camera is gonna be weird. Like, let's say it like that. It's gonna be weird because it's just unnatural. Right now, I'm staring into this lens and I'm not getting a nod, I'm not getting a mimic, nothing. No smiling, no nothing. It's just like me speaking to this cold thing. I mean, I'm doing the live so I can see some comments, that's cool, but it's just different. And so I hated scripting. That was also a huge time suck for me back when I was working a 9 to 5 and I was starting my YouTube journey and the financial journey. So I did the content. It took me at least like 8 hours. I would say at least 8 hours. Plus then the editing I still did myself back then. And I had now 200,000 views almost on this channel. But yeah, I was that close to quit this channel because of the scripting. And so it was always, it was such a pain for me. And then a friend who was also a financial creator gave me this tip, because the problem was every time, like, I heard this tip like, even if you script everything word for word, then you can go in front of the camera and just speak. And the problem was like, yeah, every time I flicked on the camera, Man in Black came and it was click and I forgot everything. I was just there rambling like, And what I did was I spoke to the camera. What I mean, after dinner, what me and Lou did after dinner was I went into the bedroom, she stayed in the office, and then we just took out the camera and spoke to the lens, the back lens of our phones, and just spoke. We talked about like what happened in my day, did I learn, did something special happen? It didn't actually matter what we talked, and also the length doesn't matter. It's just about showing up, building a rhythm, building the muscle, getting used to it, and building the habits. So because at the end of the day, it's like a trained muscle. And after 30 days, I could finally toss this stupid script away and I didn't need to write scripts anymore. In the beginning, yeah, I was a little bit like, not as smooth as today, but hey, it's all about training, all about being consistent, always improving and getting more used to it. And that helped me immensely, so much. So best tip I ever got when it comes to being on camera. And what also helpful, people like always thinking, what gear do I need for the content, and what camera do I need to buy? Honestly, I didn't buy a camera because we already having one of the best cameras in our pockets, which are our smartphones. So right now what you're seeing is, I can also make this the screen bigger for you so you can see. Yeah, this picture you can see here is coming all through my smartphone. You don't need to buy a new camera. That is not necessary. So you're already having your smartphone, and this is totally enough. The only thing that I would tell you that you need to invest in is a good mic. Audio is way more important than video quality, but people don't even know what video quality actually means, because what it means is like how to use your phone, and not having the most expensive one, because the most expensive one won't ramp up the quality magically. And what is more important actually is the lighting. So after you did a little bit of you got used to it, then later you can work a little bit with the lighting, but this is like not even important. Get a mic, film with your smartphone, that's it. I'm just using an app, so I use it now as a webcam, basically, with up to 2K, even 4K if I wanted to, but 4K is obviously not needed because I'm not doing a blockbuster movie. It's just YouTube videos, and some people just watch on the phone, some people just watch on a normal screen on the laptop, so yeah, not needed. So, and also what is obviously helpful is always reducing friction, meaning I always leave this setup here. The only thing I do is then flicking on this blue light and putting this light up there, flicking on the light in front of me, but my stand for my camera / my phone is always there. The light is always sitting at the same thingy. My mic is always on my desk because I also use it for many other videos, etc. So yeah, keep it always, if you can keep it in place, that's the best thing, because then you don't need to always hustle. And last but not least, what I also would say, try to batch the videos. So if you can go like 4 till 5 videos maybe per day, that is good, because you're already wearing the content hat. So why trying to always like interrupt your work and now try to film a video? That's what it helps most, and cutting down the time, because you don't need to get again in the rhythm, don't need to set up everything. So yeah, try to batch as well. And then before I'm gonna show you then how to do the workflow, I need to bust a quick myth, because it's still too big. It's the SEO trap. Too many people believe everything how to get views is all about SEO, but no, it's not. So there is a study that found out that 70% of the traffic on YouTube comes through the recommendation feed. The recommendation feed is then the home feed or the suggested feed, and 20% are just coming from SEO. The SEO on YouTube, not don't mistake it with normal SEO on Google. The normal SEO would maybe be here in the black part, partially, but yeah, 70%. So this is what the home feed looks like. So you are fighting here for the attention with all these other people here. Alex Hormozi is here, a competitor of mine, Formula 1, because sometimes I like to watch Formula 1, and much, much more. And suggested feed is then, if you watch this video, it's going to be here on the side, where many other people are trying to take away the attention from this video you're watching right now, because hey, there might be a better video on the other side, and yeah, these things. And here's then from 2024. I already knew most of the stuff comes from the recommendation feed, but now that we got the data, it's getting even clearer. So there's a simple framework we're having. This is our YouTube content formula. We're almost done with the content, which is first the idea, because if your idea is broken, if only 10 people in this world know about this idea, this topic, how is YouTube supposed to show it to 10,000 people? Impossible. Then comes the click, because YouTube is not just a content platform, because as I told you, if you're going back here on the feeds, we're always fighting here for attention. So if they don't click, they don't watch, is a famous saying. Then comes the hook, which is like the 15 to 30 seconds, first seconds of the video, where you kind of prove, okay, was this video not clickbait? Was it not kind of clickbait? And then just comes the rest of the content. So most people who start doing the wrong side, they usually start with the video, say, I need a hook, I need a title, when everything is already lost. So if anything in this link is breaking, meaning like if the idea is breaking, then the rest is going to break as well. So if you can't make them click, people won't even see the hook, and if you lose them at the hook, people won't watch the video. And that's why, as you could see how I prepare my videos, I also showed you the same way I do it. First I did the ideation, which I did in batches, then I worked on the title and thumbnail, which is the click, then the first 30 seconds, which I scripted. That's the only thing which you saw in this video, which was scripted, and then comes just the rest of the content. So as you can see, that's then the whole thing. And just to give you a glance of how to do this, because I want to give you a little bit, but I don't want to overwhelm you, is keep it very simple with thumbnails. It's actually all about psychology, not about design. Design is not that important, and that's why, as we said, everything is on the feeds. Keep it very simple. That's why we have the 3 element rules, which is usually like a face, maybe a text, and maybe an object or another element, maybe even the background. And that's also maximum of 5 words, because as we said, it's on the home screen, so people are just scanning through. So that's why I keep it very easy. And for titles, we have a rule is, do not obsess over keywords because of the SEO trap. And then, as I said, it's like 70% coming from the recommendation feed. So we need to work here with emotions to make them click, like this video is for you. And also keep it under 55 characters, because otherwise it's going to be cut off. And then people will not be able to read it. And if they have to figure out what your title or thumbnail gonna mean, or whatever it is, they won't waste time, because the brain is always on energy saving mode. So they won't do the job for you. You need to make it as easy as possible for them. And then the hook is basically just, hey, was it clickbait or was it not clickbait? So was it good clickbait that you got the clicks, or was it bad clickbait that you got the clicks and people left? That's what the hook kind of does. And it's also the biggest drop in the retention. That is normal. And just to give you an example here, so here there was a big drop. There was not a good retention, because almost 60% of the people left already. And you can see YouTube is always telling you here, 43% of the people are still watching at the 30% mark. That's how YouTube kind of also checks if your video is good, is clickbaity or not clickbaity, if you deliver on the promise or not. And then, also if you have a better hook, the better the retention. And the reason why retention is so important, for 2 reasons. Number 1 is YouTube is a business. So the longer people stay on the platform, the more ads YouTube can show. So that's what YouTube likes. That's why also binge watching, YouTube loves. If you keep people on the platform, it's very good. But now from a business point, the longer people stay with you, the more they're going to start trusting you. And trust is everything when it comes to business. So that's why also retention is very important for you. So your audience, your target audience, is going to keep watching your videos like, man, I like this stuff. I can't wait till he's posting the next one. So if you're going to see this next one, wait for the for my next live next week. You're going to be very happy to see that one, and we can build more rapport, building more trust, and maybe at one point we're going to work together. Here's just a general idea of what a good retention is. You can take maybe a screenshot if you want, but as you can see, the longer the video is, I'm in the way. Let me quickly put my video away so you can see that. It says 30 minutes. So the longer a video is, the lower the retention is going to be, because simply it's like, some people are just tuned out, maybe they just had an emergency, they need to run, but the shorter the video is, the higher should be then the retention, because it's also a huge difference if this video is like 3 minutes long and it's like we have a 30% retention. And that would mean people just stayed for 1 minute. It's like, oh, damn. But if this video is now an hour long and we say like our people stayed for 30%, that means they stayed like, what is it? Almost like 15 minutes. So much better in watch time again. So YouTube could show maybe at least 1 ad or maybe 2. So YouTube is also happier, and they know, hey, okay, they spent already 15 minutes with them. Why not? And what actually recently happened is I was watching a video from one of our new members, and I was like, I really liked it, so I watched it completely, and now YouTube is showing me all the videos of him. So the algorithm is watching. And if you want to know more about every single bit about the algorithm, I have a full video where I go like full course in this, what the most important ones mean. You can watch it on our channel as well. It was, I think, the last live. You can watch it there then afterwards to really understand what do all these little bits mean after you posted your first videos. You want to understand what is working, what isn't working. Now we had the big chunk of content done. But now we obviously need a channel. So the rest of it is going to be very, very smooth and much faster. I just wanted to go, the content is like one of the biggest chunks, so that's why it took a little bit longer. So channel is very, very simple, as I said in the beginning. Create a separate Google account. Should not be anything related to your personal account or your business account, simply because there are many hackers out there. We see many big creators getting hacked. So yeah, that's why we always use a separate one. And then also create like another one for a spam safe contact email, I'd say. And then obviously do it two-factor authentication, just as I said, the safety reasons, very important. And this is then how it looks like, because everyone can check this email on your info. So that's why we created this separate Gmail account, because you will get lots of emails like, hey, do you want to work with me? Hey, do you need an editor? Do you need this? Do you need SEO? And if people are reaching out to you because there is a partnership, maybe they just want to work with you because they didn't want to click on the other links, I don't know, there is still an email. And you can also be found, like many lead scraping tools use this as well. So if you want to get some opportunities, yeah, have it there. And then comes branding. Too many people overthink that. I remember one of our first clients, but not even them, like still till today, we make so many people, they're unsure, what name should I use? It doesn't matter, to be honest. Don't overthink it, because the cool thing is, if you don't like your name today, your channel name, you can change it tomorrow. If you're getting married and you have a different last name, you can change it tomorrow. That's easy. Don't overcomplicate it. But what I would say, go with your name, go with your face, because people are trusting people. They want to build connection with people, not with brands. That's why Nike is using all the ambassadors, because they already understood that. So if you're the face of the company, it's obviously more legit and more trustworthy, rather than an assistant who is changing every 6 months. So yeah, do go for that. Or if it's obviously the head of marketing, that's also cool. But it should be obviously someone people trust and respect. Otherwise, like, yeah. And then the banner, which is also part of the branding. A banner, you can understand, like, if people, for example, if you like this video, you're gonna click, what else does David and Luana have on that channel? So you click, and it's like, the banner is then there. It's like, now I understand what everything is about. Cool. So this is our banner. So if you turn YouTube into views into revenue, so it's kind of a little bit like a slogan. Then we bridge the gap between attention and real business results. So you know, okay, they use YouTube, how to bridge the gap then to from views to business results. Cool, I understand they talk about YouTube and how to use it as a business tool. Then we have links. Too many people are trying to gather useless internet points, meaning they're trying to get followers on Instagram and whatsoever. Honestly, if someone wants to try to find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, they're going to put in the effort. But what I want to make it as easy as possible for my future clients to work with me. That's why we only have 2 links. One is the one-on-one working with us, and the second one is then our best lead magnet, which is our community, which you can obviously join if you press down the link, if you want more support and just want to get to know us even better and see what else we have to offer. So don't use any social media. I don't know why people are doing this. Some influencers started it. I mean, if you're an influencer, go for it. But we are not influencers. We are entrepreneurs. So we want clients, not views, internet points, whatever it is. So that was channel. As you can see, super easy. And then last but not least, but very far, we're going now to community. Community nowadays is very important. So what I mean with community is, like, for example, reply to every comment. Not because of the algorithm says, like, the algorithm doesn't care. They care about viewer satisfaction. So if people were watching, were not watching. But what I mean is, like, build the connection with these people. You want to speak to them and you want to make them seen as well, like feel them seen. And that's why it's very good. And community is building trust, and community is just something that is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. After the 2020 chaos year, people were kind of isolated, looking for more connection. Now, with AI on the rise, people don't know anymore what is real, what is not real. So yeah. And what is also very important is, like, returning viewers. This is one of the most important indicator for channel growth, not subscribers. Views is kind of like what it kind of means as well. But this is like, returning views is the same thing as in business, churn. If you need to hustle every month to get new people, you're going to burn out. You're going to burn out your leads, and your product might be not that great. Even YouTube is going to see, like, Why are people not coming back? Was it because maybe one video was super top of the funnel, or is it just like, yeah, this guy is some guru and just good with selling himself but not keeping people? So yeah, your churning views are like churn. Now they call it now monthly audience. So every month you can check, hey, is my monthly audience rising or is it same? How can we make it grow? And then you need to obviously analyze what is going on. But this is not one of the biggest ones, and that's how you can see, hey, am I reaching now slowly to phase 2 or not? And then with the community, what we noticed as well now, this is like something personally I just figured out, it's like using now YouTube. I don't know if it's just because of the lives. I mean, I like doing lives now. It's really fun for me. I enjoy it much more than just chopping up videos and throwing them on YouTube. We started using school, as I said, and we felt now this YouTube stuff, the lives are now another way I can nurture our people, because the members, they see like, hey, David and Luanda, they give so much value. I can't wait for the next live. So they're gonna join. Now, this gives YouTube a good signal, because most of them, they stay till the end, which is great. We got very great feedback, and this gives YouTube, let me find more people who might enjoy this video. So now that YouTube is gonna show it to similar people, they might start watching. They say, hey, cool, I like this video. David mentioned his school, so they're gonna join the school. So now it becomes a flywheel. As you can see, like it's now we're having like 4 or 5 people liking, then 10 and 15, so it's slowly growing like a snowball. And this is like what we found, like a real ecosystem. And on top of that, a school has apparently like the medium conversion rate is 20%. Compare that to like the 4 till 6% average. Yeah, that's a 5x, so very, very good. So now let's speak about cash, because as I said, we're entrepreneurs. We don't just want empty internet points. We want clients. We want to get a return of investment on this. So what we always say, views don't pay the bills, clients do. So how do we do this? And how do we know what is working, what is not working? And the fact is, too many people, maybe because still of these influencers, are thinking that you need tons of views. No, that is not true, because many of our clients, they're getting like 500 views and they get 1 to 3 high ticket clients. High ticket. So they're making out of a video that many people wouldn't call viral, they're already making 10, 15,000 with just 500 views. We recently talked to Ines. She is a tax accountant. She got one video, 100 views, got 2 clients out of it. What else do you need? Like now you can start to scale this whole thing, keep doing your things. But we also need to know what is working, what is not working. And just if you're thinking now also about everyone who does outbound, they know how low these conversions are. You send like 1,000 emails per month out and you get like a 2% reply rate. It's very, very tough. Everyone is like, the trust index is going lower and lower. So people having a huge trust issue. No one knows anymore, is this a personalized? Did he put in time? Did he not? And so yeah. Everyone who gets inbound knows how nice and sweet inbound is, because it's not anymore like, what do you have to offer? I don't know if I like you. No, it's more like, hey, I watch your stuff. It's so good. I want to get more. When can we start and how much is the investment? And that's the beauty about inbound. It's just great. And what we do is, obviously, if you're not tracking, you slacken. So it's the same thing if you're trying to save money and you never check your bank account. How the hell are you supposed to know if you're on the right track or not? Like, I am spending, but I don't know if I'm saving money. That was the goal. So what we do is we use trackable links. For example, we use Dub, much better than Bitly, because we can use branded links, etc., and just looks better, and the features are much, much better. We use then UTM parameters, the same thing. If you run ads, you know what it is, because we track in now everything. And I want you to think about content almost like ads. It's very, very similar, because this is basically free marketing. We don't need to pay to get posted. If you're getting better and it grows exponentially, like, we don't need to pay for it. Like ads, you cannot scale ads. It's never exponential, only if you pay exponentially. And that's why I also say, like, you need to track it like an ad. That is very important. And now we need to analyze, same as an ad. Okay, I have video A, got 50 clicks, and I got video B, got 10 clicks. Okay, now I can see this video A was working much better. I should double down on this. Should make another one, a similar one. This one wasn't working so well, so I should maybe try to improve it or just forget about it at all. And because the thing here is that just because you're getting high views doesn't mean that you're getting lots of clients, because some videos are just like super top of the funnel or the topic. Like we're having videos with 800 views and only 2 clicks, while another video has like 200 views and got 20 clicks. So that's a 10x on a 10% conversion, while the other one is like very, very meager. I don't even know. I think it's not even a percent. Yeah, it's not even a percent. So that's why it's very, very important. And then topic and formats, you can find out what is actually working, and this is going to help you then in phase 2 immensely, not going blindly. And as I said, it works in the same way as ads, because like views are now impressions and the watch time is the engagement, and then clicks is then the conversion. So you're going to see, did people click on my dub link or did they not click? And now we need to see, because we might have, as I said, a video with high views but low clicks. That means I need to fix the conversion. Okay, now I have a video that got low views but lots of clicks, like the 200 video. So now I can think, how can I improve the views so that both things are going up? And then you can find a balance. But obviously some videos are there to get more views, some videos are more to get clients, but we're going to talk about this in the next part, which is consistency. We're almost through. So as I said in the beginning, it's all about building momentum, and the huge problem I see though, that most people are gonna be stuck in the phase 1. They have been posting for 10 years, same style, nothing really changed. They're just doing the same thing over and over and over, and gonna think randomly YouTube is gonna get them with lots of clients, reward them with lots of clients, but this is not gonna happen, because consistency without analyzing an improvement, yeah, it's just like, it's wasted time. You're wasting your time if you're not going to do this. And that's what we usually do, is every 90 days or like every 12 videos, you could say, we going back and gonna see, okay, what worked, what didn't work. And that's how I said, like, okay, we have now some top of the funnel, which are like, hey, did we get the views? We have some in the middle where we nurture, and then we have videos like these, which are like, hey, this is bottom, and the only thing which is left, like, click the link down below, like, go on our school page. And then we need to see the whole picture, because we need to see, like, okay, the one video where I said, like, hey, let's try to attract many people, I can't expect to get many clients out of it. But then if I have this video say, hey, the end goal is here, sending people to my landing page, school page, whatever it is, this has to get the clicks, even though the views are gonna be lower. And then I need to see the full picture, obviously. And then that's how I built then the whole structure. And yeah, the last thing I can only tell you, as you can notice, this was a full-blown course on how to actually get started from zero, like with I have no idea, to finally do a video. And if you're looking for more support, if you're looking for more frameworks, for more tools, you can join our community. We're having over 55 entrepreneurs there already, all on the same mission. So yeah, click the link down below, and hopefully I see you in the next video.